Hi everybody, welcome back to Glowing Card Sports. Wanted to do week 18 before this weekend's games kicked off, and give you the final results from what I did over this last NFL season. Before we get into it, just want to say that I'm kind of sneaking this video in before work. I might have something else after work, so stay tuned and keep an eye out for that. Also, probably going to do some more Baldur's Gate 3 streaming. Be sure, if you're subscribed, hit that notification button. And if you're not subscribed, what are you doing? Subscribe. Come on. Don't be lame. Anyway, gonna do some Baldur's Gate 3 sometime this weekend. Maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow, maybe Sunday, maybe Monday. I don't know. But I plan on it, and we'll see how that works out. It's going to be an icy, cold weekend for, well, most of the country. But here it's supposed to be pretty danged cold as well. So just going to be inside as much as possible and trying to stay warm and safe. And everybody out there, same thing. Stay warm, stay safe. As always, be good to each other. I always say that. Yeah. Look for those videos, those types of things. As my buddy Josh on Black Wolf Gaming, the drink of choice today is coffee in my TARDIS mug. All right. Straighten the voice out a little bit. So let's get into it. Week 18, the results. So start out with the Ravens. I took the Ravens plus 3.5. Now I know they weren't starting all their starters and all this, that, and the other, and that's what makes this so difficult to pick these games. So Steelers needed to win to maintain that playoff spot, I believe, and they did, and they won by 7. So that's a loss for me on that one. I think this is going to be about a 500. I have all the results already. So this hopefully will go quick. So the next one I have Colts 1.5 over the Houston Texans. Texans won by 4, so that's also a loss. Then I have the Jets plus 2, and the Jets crushed the Patriots 17-3 in Belichick's last game there in the, I tried to mute and stop all that stuff. 1 second here. Let's try that. We'll get back in there in a second. So I get a win for the Jets crushing the Colts in the last game there. And now, who do we have next? The Browns, Bengals. I see, and it's the last week of the year is incredibly difficult to select. So that's why I took a lot of the points, because I think you get so much of an advantage with the points. Though it didn't work out for me this week. Browns lose pretty big, 31-14 to the Bengals. I think the Bengals were still playing for something, so that's a loss as well. Then I have the Jags at minus 3.5, and they're playing the Titans, and the Jags lost, so that's an L. Maybe this isn't even 500. I don't know. It's not looking good. I have one correct pick out of 5 so far. So we just did the Jags, right? Yeah, okay. Then we have the Saints. I took them at -3. And they won 48-17 over the Falcons. That certain games of the week still are very easy to call. And that one, I think, was one of those that was easy to call. Second W of the picks. Then I have the Bucks -4.5, and they blanked the Panthers. See, the Panthers just, you pick against them, you get an easy win there. And that's exactly what happened there. Then we have the Lions, who I think were still playing for something. And they beat the Vikings by 10, so that's a win. Hey, this isn't going so bad. So I just made up for all those losses with 3 more wins. Okay, that's not too bad. And then we have the Raiders that took about -3 because, I mean, Russell Wilson's not starting. The Broncos are in turmoil. I'll probably make another video on why Sean Payton. I think they overpaid for. I mean, it's pretty obvious now they overpaid for Russell Wilson, and I think they also overpaid for Sean Payton. They shouldn't have. They shouldn't have gotten Sean Payton as head coach, and I think he should be fired. Again, if you can't work with what you got and improve them and get them to gel, you're definitely not an elite head coach. That's for sure. Oh, I need my players. No, you work with what you got and you win games any way you can, which I think he tried to do, but I think the Broncos mishandled the Russell Wilson situation. Personally, I think they should bring him back next year. Who else are you going to go to? You're going to draft some quarterback, and he's not going to be ready for 2 years. And meanwhile, you're going to start him and maybe possibly injure him and knock him out, and then he's not going to look good. And then you're just going to draft another one or trade for another one and basically do what you've been doing and getting what you've always gotten. Let's hold off. Let's train somebody up for a replacement. Let's build that. Let's not just drop him and get the whatever looks good. Anyway, I'll make a whole video on that. Needless to say, that was a win. 27-14. Raiders win on that one. I picked the Raiders -3. I get it. I get that one. I took the Commanders -13. See, tough. And this time, it did not pay off for me. Cowboys win 38-10, so they win by 28. That's a loss. I took the Bears +3. Go Bears. And the Packers win 17-9, so that's 8. The Bears needed 5 more points, so that's a loss. Arizona Cardinals +3. So the Seahawks win, but only by 1, so that's a win. Look at that. All right, snuck one extra out of there for taking the overs. The Niners -4 over the Rams. The Rams win by 1, so that's a big fat L. Yeah, just not going quite as well as I'd like this to. The Chiefs +3.5 over the Chargers. The Chiefs win, so any points are gravy. That's a win. Yeah, Chargers. Maybe. Well, in the AFC West, the Chargers are the only team worse than Denver right now. Kansas City is vying for that. They're trying to get worse, and they're succeeding at times, but not completely. And then the last 2 games, we have the Eagles -5.5. Giants managed to beat them 27-10, so they crushed them, and that's an L. And then I had the Dolphins at 2.5. And, of course, the Bills beat them 21-14 by 7, so they needed another 5 points for me to get a W there. So what does that mean overall? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more wins. So that'll put me at 52 wins overall. 7 wins. And that would mean I have 9 losses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Were there only 15 games? Man, I think I didn't pick a game again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry, 8 wins. I think that's 8 wins, 8 losses. So that makes sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What? Wait, that can't be right. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is so screwed up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I was right the first time. 7 wins, 9 losses. And anybody following along, and I'll put my overall season record at a loss. So we're going to be 52 and 56. So I need to keep this kind of short so I can get into everything on time and start my day at my real job, because I am not a professional. I only have a certain number of subscribers, and we'll do a state of the channel address also at some point, maybe tonight. Put a quick video just giving some of the stats. All right, guys. Again, thanks for joining me, and look out. I think I have plans for at least 3 more videos over this weekend. So be sure to like, subscribe, watch, all that stuff, comments. You know, I'm sure most of you did better than I did, because most people do go over 500, and I'm 4 games shy of that in the few weeks that I did this, since week 12, so the last 6 weeks. So, well, there it is. And anyway, thank you all again for joining me on Going Card Sports. And as always, be good to each other.